Hi, this is Corey from SaaS Pegasus, and today I want to show you what it's like to start a new project with Pegasus. So I'm on the Pegasus website, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into my account. I've got two-factor authentication enabled, so I'll just go ahead and punch in my code. And I'm in. When you log into Pegasus, you'll be greeted with a list of your projects. I use Pegasus quite a lot, which is why there are so many projects here. Today, I'm going to create a new project. My plan is to build a SaaS app that helps people plan weddings, so I'm going to fill in some details related to that. I'll give it a name of wedding plan, project ID of wedding plan, and set a description. Pegasus has a lot of options that you can customize, and I'm not going to go through them all, but I will highlight a few here just to give you a sense of some of the things inside Pegasus. So this first section allows you to configure your development environment. I'm going to use Postgres as a database, UV to manage my packages. I'm going to use Docker in development. I'm going to use Tailwind as my CSS framework, HTMX for fancy stuff on the front end, and I will keep all of these defaults basically in place. Now I'll cover some of the more advanced features. I will add cursor rules and a Claude MD file for developing with AI. I'm going to enable Teams on my app, which will make my app multi-tenant. I'm going to add a login with Google option. And I'm going to turn on subscriptions, which will enable the Stripe subscription integration. This project won't use anything related to AI chat or images, although you can turn those on if you want. And finally, I'm going to deploy this to any Linux server using Kamal, and go ahead and save that. So you can see my project has been created, and now I'm just going to go ahead and click Get Code. When you use Pegasus, there's two ways to get your project. You can either download it as a zip file, or you can use the built-in GitHub integration. I'm going to show the GitHub integration. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a repo. Next, I'm going to connect my GitHub. I should be already authed, so hopefully this will just click right through. Okay, perfect. And now I'm just going to click Create New Codebase. So what Pegasus is doing here is building my custom codebase according to the project settings that I configured. It's going to build my front end, build my project requirements, and then create a new GitHub repository for me connected to the one that I have linked here. All right, and it's done. So now I can click View Your New Repository, and I will be taken to my new project. You can see the ID I chose there. You can see that my CI is already running. So I can go ahead and look at my very first set of tests and front-end builds and linting running there. Hopefully that will turn green in a sec. And now I am basically ready to go. I've got a project README in here with all the instructions that I need to get up and running. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this repo and show you how to run it locally. Okay, so let's first open a terminal. And I'm going to grab the clone URL here. And I'm just going to git clone that URL. So that's pulled down my project. So we can go into that directory, and we can take a quick look at some of the files in here. So Pegasus is a normal Django project with just a bunch of stuff added. So you'll see a lot of this stuff looks pretty familiar. You have your project folder here with your settings and root URLs. You've got a templates folder. You've got static files, and you've got your Django apps and so on. Now with the Docker integration, I should be able to get up and running in a single command. So I'm going to run make init. So what this will do is it will create and start Docker containers for my Postgres database, for my Redis cache. It will then build containers for my Django application, install the Python packages, create and run my database migrations, do a few final sanity checks, and then start up my app. I think it's just building the front end now. Okay, so it looks like that finished. And now we can load up the app. And so now you can see here we've got a basic landing page in place. It's taken some of that stuff we put in the project and put it in our hero section here. We have dark mode if we want dark mode. And I can go ahead and sign up for an account. Here you see the login with Google that we enabled. And I'm in. And you can see some of these features we enabled, like our subscriptions are there. You can see there's kind of like a profile management page. It's picked up my picture from Gravatar. I've also got the team management page because I turned on Teams here, so I can invite other people to start collaborating with me here. And I'm not going to review the features today, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to get it up and running with a fully functional, modern Django project with SaaS Pegasus. Now I am ready to start adding my own custom logic and be off to the races. So I hope that was helpful. You can learn more at saaspegasus.com.